Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today.
Let us start with a new lesson in Scholarship English for Standard 8th. And today's lesson is lesson number 1.8, that is abbreviations. Now, what are abbreviations? Abbreviations are, in a way, short forms. Alright, so this is again part of your vocabulary syllabus. And if you open your scholarship textbook and if you try and look at the index where the syllabus is given, you will see that this is the last subunit in your vocabulary unit. Okay, so after this we will be starting with word puzzles and riddles. That will be your unit 2. So let us today talk about abbreviations. Let us look at a number of abbreviations. Let us try and understand the meaning of abbreviations, etc. But remember, this is a very, very vast topic. The topic of abbreviations is a very vast one. So you will have to expose yourself, or you will have to, in a way, keep on reading as much as possible in order to improve your knowledge of abbreviations. And also remember, it is a little tricky and a little confusing also to remember the abbreviations. So the best thing as far as abbreviations is concerned is trying to memorize them. Okay, this is the easiest shortcut, because it is not like some formula in mathematics or geometry or something where you try to understand it and work it out, but here you will have to remember things. That is, you will have to learn it to memory. Okay, so come on, let us try and understand what the meaning of abbreviations are. So the short form of a word is called an abbreviation. So I want you to focus on the spelling as well as the pronunciation of the word abbreviation. Okay, so it is a short form of a word. Many a times you use these short forms in order to save space or in order to improve the speed of writing, etc. Now, sometimes full stops are used after each letter in an abbreviation. But for abbreviations which are used frequently, that is many a times, or commonly used abbreviations, the full stops are not used between each letter. So for example, if you have an abbreviation for AM or PM, sometimes you use full stops, and even if you don't use full stops, that is understood, because these are abbreviations which are used very often or frequently. Okay, so this is one more point about abbreviations. Then you will see that an acronym is also an abbreviation. Okay, an acronym. For example, when you say, when you want to write teacher, so you write T is for talented, E is for energetic, A is for ambitious, whatever. You form the full form of each of the word, or you want to attach some meaning to each of the letter in the word. So that is called as an acronym. And acronyms are also a kind of abbreviation. Okay, coming to an acronym, a little bit more information about an acronym. So an acronym is also an abbreviation. It is formed from the first letters of words and pronounced as a word, and sometimes it is also spelled out. So abbreviations are sometimes pronounced as a word, and sometimes it is spelled out. Okay, so this is about abbreviation and acronym, which are almost the same. Okay, so now let us try and understand and look at some abbreviations. Like I told you, the list is exhaustive. That is, if you go to look at the list of abbreviations, you will find a long list which we cannot do now here at the moment. So what we'll do as a sample, we'll look at certain abbreviations, and we will also look at certain terms which are commonly used in the mobile language, that is in the language of messaging and the language of WhatsApp. Okay, so let us look at certain famous abbreviations here now. So you have BCCI, which is the Board of Control for Cricket in India. So you saw B stands for board, C stands for control, C again stands for cricket, and I stands for India. So BCCI is the abbreviation for this particular body, which is called as the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Alright, so now you got an idea of what abbreviations are. Let us look at a few more abbreviations. So you have BCom, which is a degree. After 10th standard, some people, they go in for arts, some people go in for commerce, and some people want to pursue science. So people who want to do commerce are called as BCom or commerce graduates. So what is the full form of B and Com? It is Bachelors of Commerce. So instead of writing Bachelors of Commerce all the time, suppose a person has got a BCom degree. So instead of writing the name and the whole thing Bachelors of Commerce, he can simply write BCom. That means he is Bachelors of Commerce. Then we have CM, which stands for Chief Minister. That is the ruler of a state. So we all know CM, we say. Who's the Chief Minister of Maharashtra at the moment? It is Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji. Okay, so Chief Minister means the person who is the head of the state, who rules the state, or who looks after the administration of a particular state. So that is CM. CM is Chief Minister. Moving on, what is IAS? It is Indian Administrative Services. So the people who are in very high positions, that is who are commissioners, collectors, all these people, they have to pass this particular exam, which is called as the IAS exams. That is, they do the work of administering, that is, they do the work of managing the state, and that is why they are called as IAS, that is Indian Administrative Services. Okay, and then we will look at one more now, that is PNR. So what is PNR? PNR is Passenger Name Record. Now you will require this, or you will hear this very often, because when we book tickets to go to a native place, or when we book tickets to go travel by train, long distance trains, by mail train, express train, that time we always check our PNR number to find out whether a ticket is confirmed or not. So that is the PNR, means the Passenger Name Record. That is how, from where to where you're going, and what is your name, what is your age, etc. you will get from the PNR number. So this is a list of common abbreviations which are used the world over, you can say. You have many other abbreviations also. For example, you will say BA. When you say BA, it is Bachelor of Arts. Like BCom is Bachelor of Commerce, BA is Bachelor of Arts. Alright, and then we have the DVDs. Now you must not have seen or heard about the DVDs, but then in the before the age of the pen drive, and before the age of these mobile phones, we had DVD players. We used to put the DVD players into the DVD. We had the DVD disc which used to put into the DVD player and watch movies, listen to songs, etc. So DVD means a digital video disc. Okay, so there are many different you can say full forms or abbreviations. So you will have to, like I told you, you will have to keep on reading if you want to know more, and if you want to get more you can say knowledge about these abbreviations. Okay, I cannot keep on explaining all of them to you. Alright, so these are a few of the abbreviations which we saw now. Let us move on and let us try and see some more abbreviations. Now these are a little unique. Okay, why? Because nowadays we are in the digital era. That is, we frequently, constantly make use of our mobile phones, we make use of our PCs, our laptops, etc. Now, one important feature, or one very essential feature that we get in the mobile phones is the messaging services. That is, we have the Messenger, we have WhatsApp. On that, we communicate with our family and friends, isn't it? Now, sometimes you have to type messages on WhatsApp, you have to type messages on the Messenger, and you do not want to waste too much time and effort in typing long messages. So what do? There are some very, very common and very, very, you can say, useful abbreviations for you. So come on, let us take a look at some abbreviations which we use in our daily life while messaging. So you have the abbreviation ROFL. So ROFL means rolling on the floor laughing. That means you found something so funny, you found something so hilarious that you're rolling on the floor laughing. That doesn't exactly mean that you're physically rolling on the floor. It means that you're finding it extremely funny. So when you write ROFL, when you reply ROFL to someone's message, it means you found it very, very funny. Okay, let's look at some more now here. See, you say BTW. So what is BTW? BTW is by the way. That is, if you want to add something to what you're saying, if you're saying that I will come to your place for dinner tonight, by the way, remember that I will carry some food also for you. So by the way, okay, so you write BTW. Then you have TTYL. So when someone calls you on the phone and you're not able to pick up the phone, you immediately send this message which has 4 letters in it. You say TTYL. That means talk to you later. Alright, so that that person understands that you're busy or you're doing something, you're watching a lesson or you're doing something. Okay, so TTYL is talk to you later. Let's look at a few more. So you have BRB. BRB means be right back. That is, I will just come back. I've just stepped out for some work. I will be right back with you. And the last one, let us look at it. It is LMK. That is let me know. So these are certain common abbreviations which the people nowadays they use when they send messages to each other. So this was about abbreviations, children, and like I told you, it is a very big long list. So the more you read, the more you will understand. And also one more thing about this is you will also have to try and read it once, twice, thrice, 4 times in order to keep it in your memory. Okay, now let us also go to our scholarship mode and let us look at the kind of questions that could be asked based on this topic of abbreviations. So let us start. We have 4 different patterns of questions. So let us look at them and let us try and understand how they are framed. So pattern number 1 says, choose the correct expanded form of the given abbreviation. So there will be an abbreviation which is given to you and there will be 4 options which could be the expanded forms of the abbreviation. You have to select which is the right one. You cannot write anything according to your wish. Okay, so that is one difference between an abbreviation and an acronym. An acronym you can make it up sometimes, but an abbreviation, whatever is proper, only that you can say. So choose the correct expanded form of the given abbreviation is the first pattern of question. Second one is choose the correct abbreviation for the following. So simple, the expanded form is given to you. You have to choose the abbreviation. Then you have read the conversation and choose the correct answer for the underlined word. So there will be a conversation. Our conversation, most of the times it is in the form of a question and answer. Okay, so you have to read this conversation and there will be an abbreviation in the conversation and you will have to find out what this abbreviation says or what is the meaning of the abbreviation. It could be underlined or it could be just a word with a different color. And the last pattern will be which of the following is not an abbreviation. Like I told you, if you put any letters together, it doesn't become an abbreviation. So which of the following is not an abbreviation, you have to say. So you have 4 patterns. So let us try and do at least 5 questions in each of the pattern, 5 example questions. So that way we have examples, that is 20 examples plus the ones which we saw. Alright, so let us start now and let's go to question number 1. But remember, when we are solving the questions, what will you do? I keep on repeating it in each of my videos. You will pause the video and you will try and find out the meaning on your or answer on your own. Okay, then only the lesson will become interactive and it will be a learning experience for you. So let us start by seeing what the first one is. So the abbreviation or the abbreviated form is NASA, NASA. So I told you, sometimes we say the words separately, the letters separately. Sometimes we you say it as a word. So here we can say NASA instead of saying NASA. So there are certain abbreviations which we also spell out each letter. But here we can directly say NASA. So what is NASA? So is it New Aeronautics and Space Administration? Is it National Aeronautics and Space Administration? Is it New Aeronautics and Spacious Association? Or is it New Aeronautics and Space Association? So these are the four options. So you can see the options are very close to each other, okay? So you have to be really careful when you're reading the options and finding out the answer. That is why I said that these things you have to remember them, children. There is no other shortcut. You will have to read it to memorize it. So what is the correct full form of NASA, or the correct expanded form of NASA? It is the second one, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. So we always hear about NASA and how the astronauts from NASA went into space, and NASA is a organization which is based in the United States of America. Okay, so this is the full form or expanded form of NASA. So I hope you understood how this pattern of question works. Let us go to the next one, question number 2, which says BCCI. Now luckily we just discussed what BCCI is. So come on, let's see whether you remember. So is it Board of Cricket Coaching in India? Is it Board of Coaching Control in India? Is it Board of Coaching Control Institute? Or is it the Board of Control for Cricket in India? So we just discussed it just 10 minutes ago. So I'm sure you know that the answer is answer number 4, Board of Control for Cricket in India. Okay, coming to example number 3, you have the short form GSLV. Now see here, for NASA, NASA, we made a word and we said NASA. But here what are we saying? We are saying GSLV. And in the previous one we said BCCI. So we spelled out the word or the abbreviation. Okay. So what is GSLV? Let us try and find out. Is it the Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle? Is it Geographical Satellite Launch Vehicle? Is it Geostationary Satellite Launch Vehicle? Or is it the Geosynchronous Satellite Launch View? So this is very confusing. Okay, this is all related to space. So which one is it? Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? It is answer number 1. It is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. So as we know, it is some kind of vehicle which launches the satellite into space. Alright, let us come to the next question here, question number 4, LCD. What is LCD? So we just talked about DVDs. So LCD is something connected to the concept of watching TV or television or screen or something. Let us see. So what is LCD? Is it liquid crystal diode? Is it liquid crystal diode? Is it liquid crystal display? Or is it liquid chromosome diode? Which one is it? Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? It is answer number 3, liquefied crystal display, LCD. Sometimes we also call it as liquid crystal display. Okay, so this is the full form of LCD. Moving on, let us go to answer question number 5 or the example number 5 in pattern 1. You have AAI. So now what is AAI? Let us see. Is it Aircraft Authority of India? Is it Airports Authority of India? Is it Airline Authority of India? Or Aircraft Association of India? So now this has got something to do with aircrafts and airports. That much we came to know. Okay, so let us check out what the answer is. Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? It is answer number 2, Airports Authority of India. That is, it is an authority, it is an organization which looks after the airports, the maintenance of airports, the cleanliness of airports, the security at airports, etc. Okay, so this was the first pattern of the paper for you. Choose the correct expanded form of the given abbreviation. Let us move on quickly and let us go to pattern number 2. Choose the correct abbreviation for the following. Now you have to just the opposite of what you did in the previous pattern. Now here the full form will be given to you. You have to choose which is the correct abbreviation. So we have established. Okay, so what will you write as a short form for this word established? So will you write ESTB, will you write EST, will you write ESTL or ESTS? Which one will be the right one? It will be the second one, EST. Okay, simple. We just did the reverse of what we did last time. Moving on to the next one, seventh example, or the second one in pattern 2. Sound navigation and ranging. So this is the full form. Alright, let us try and see what the abbreviation could be. So is it SONR? Is it SNAR? Is it sonar? Or is it SNR? So now, according to the number of letters, a number of words in the full form and number of letters in the abbreviation, you might be getting certain ideas. Okay, but let us check whether your ideas are correct. So is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? Surprisingly, this time it is 3. Sonar. Now you will say, how come it is sonar? Because sonar has got SONAR, 5 letters, whereas the full form itself has got 4 words: sound, navigation and ranging. But see, there is no hard and fast rule. That means that is the reason I am repeating that you have to memorize it. Okay, so sound, navigation and ranging, in short it is called as sonar, or the abbreviated form is sonar. Okay, let's move on to question number 8. Indian Space Research Organization. Now we keep hearing about this particular firm or this particular organization. Why? Because we hear about how they send satellites, they try and send satellites to space, etc. So what is the Indian Space Research Organization? Is it ISREN? Is it ISRON? Is it INSRO? Or is it ISRO? What is it? So which one sounds familiar to you? Yes, it is the ISRO. That is option number 4. Okay, moving on, let us look at the next example, example number 9, Doctorate of Philosophy. Now you have doctors, you have different types of doctors. Doctors who look after your eyes, doctors who look after your ear, nose and throat. Okay, doctors who look after your teeth, and then you have doctors who cannot treat your body, but they are doctors of philosophy. That is, they have taken up any particular topic and they have done mastery over that. So they get the doctorate degree. So Doctorate of Philosophy. So what is the short form for it? So is it PhD? Is it DOP? Is it DP? Or is it POD? What is it? You must have heard this also. This also must be familiar to you. Yes, it is the first option, PhD. So someone who's a doctorate of philosophy is called as PhD. Now here look at the fun. Here the order has been reversed. In the full form you have D first and P next later. But in the abbreviation you have the PH first and the D later. Okay, so it is not DPH, it is PhD. Alright, so these are some amusing things about abbreviations. Moving on, let's go to the last example here. Indian National Satellite. So what is the Indian National Satellite called in short? So is it INNS, INS, INSTE or INSAT or INSAT? So which is it? This also must be familiar. If you watch news on TV, children, you will find most of these words familiar. So which one is it? It is answer number 4, INSAT. Okay, see how different it is. Someone who doesn't know about it will say it is INS because INNS, Indian National Satellite, but it is not that. It is INSAT, Indian National Satellite. Okay, children. So this was the second pattern. Now we move on to pattern 3, where we will read the conversation and choose the correct answer for the underlined word. Now I have made a small change here. What I have done is, to attract your attention, instead of underlining, I have given a different color to the word. Okay, so see here, this is how it is. So What identity proof do I need to submit? Asked the lady to the banker. So this is a conversation, okay? The lady is asking, what identity proof do I need to submit to open probably an account in your bank? So he says, PAN card, he said. So what is the answer? Now you have to select, you have to see which is the full form of PAN, PAN. So what does PAN stand for? So does it stand for public account number? Does it stand for permanent account number? Does it stand for public associate number or public available number? So what does PAN here stand for? So PAN stands for the second one, the permanent account number. So the moment you start earning, okay, immediately you should apply for a PAN card. And if you're having an income which is taxable, then you should also try to pay tax to the government, because that is the right way of doing things. That is the way you do your duty as a citizen. Okay, so most of us, we have PAN cards. Now you're all children. When you grow up, when you start working, or maybe when you join college, then you can apply for your PAN number. Okay, and then you will get a card with your photograph on it, which is called as the PAN card. Moving on, let's go to the next question in pattern 3. So you have, what work does Child Relief and You? Now here again we have an abbreviation. Child Relief and You is called as CRY do. So what work does CRY do? It is an NGO. There's an extra D there, that it is not and, it is an. Okay, it's a typing mistake. It is an NGO. So now what is an NGO? What do you understand by an NGO? So is it non-governing organization, new government organization, neo-government organization, or non-governmental organization? So which one is it? NGO means what? It is a non-governmental organization. So an organization which is not under the umbrella of the government, the state government or the central government, or even the local self-governing bodies like the municipalities. So it is something which is independent. It is an NGO. So the same way, CRY, Child Relief and You, is also an NGO. So see, you got the full forms of 2 abbreviations over here in this one question. Okay, let us move on to the next one now. Question number 13. Is your ticket to Chennai booked? Yes, but on RAC. So now we talked already about trains and booking, and I told you what the meaning of PNR is. Okay, passenger record. Now let us look at what is RAC. So RAC means reservation against cancellation, reservation after cancellation, reservation against coach, or reservation against checking. What is it? RAC means what? RAC means the first one, reservation against cancellation. Alright, coming to the next question here in this pattern. Who is the chief guest for today? He is a VIP. So who's a VIP? VIP means who? Very interesting person, very important personality, very important person, or very important people. So who is a VIP? A VIP is a very important person. So you have option number 3. Coming to the last question in this pattern. Where does your son study? So the answer is IIT. So what is IIT? Is it a place? Is it a college? What is it? So is it Indian Institute of Teachers? Is it Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Textiles, or Indian Institute of Tests? So where does your son study? He studies in option number 2, Indian Institute of Technology. Alright children, so this was the second last pattern, that is a third pattern. Moving on, let's go to the last pattern here. Now which is, again, I have tried to make the question interesting by trying to include as many abbreviations as possible. So let's look at what is pattern 4. Which of the following is not an abbreviation? So now you have to find out which one is not an abbreviation. It is just a word which has been put together. So in the bargain, we will be seeing 3 of the options which are abbreviations, and then we will try to see the full form of those three. Okay, so come on, let's start. So we have ETD, we have ETA, we have EEC, and we have EAT. So out of the four, which one is not an abbreviation? Yes, of course, it is option number 4, EAT. EAT is a verb. It is not an abbreviation. Then what is ETD? So ETD is estimated time of departure. Then what is ETA? ETA is estimated time of arrival. And what is EEC? EEC is European Economic Community. Okay, so see, we learned so many abbreviations in one question. So which was not the abbreviation? Option number 4 is not the abbreviation. Now let me also tell you, children, that in your scholarship exam, you do not have to write the answers like this, okay? You have to just select one option. I am giving you certain extra knowledge along with each question. Okay, come on, let's go to the next one here. So what is RTO? Is RTO a proper abbreviation, or is it tax, or is it BPO, or is it ASLV? So come on, let's see what is the correct answer. It is the second one, tax. Okay, tax is a word. It is not an abbreviation. Then what does RTO mean? RTO means Regional Transport Office. BPO means Business Process Outsourcing, and ASLV means Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle. We saw GSLV, remember? Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. So these are some terms which are related to space and the science of space. So it is Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay, so what is the correct answer here? It is option number 2, tax, which is not an abbreviation at all. Coming to the next one here, CAN, CAT, CWD, CEO. So which is the wrong one, which is not an abbreviation? It is the first one, CAN. Then what does CAT mean? CAT means Common Admission Test. CWD means Civil Works Department, and CEO means the Chief Executive Officer. Okay, so wasn't this interesting? Let's come to the second last question here. So you have PSU, PTI, PKU, PWD. So which is the wrong one? Which is not an abbreviation at all? It is the third one, PKU. Okay, PSU means a public sector unit, or we also say public sector undertaking. PTI means Press Trust of India. PWD means Public Works Department. So you have the CWD, which is the Civil Works Department, and PWD, which is the Public Works Department. Okay, coming to the last question now in pattern 4. So you have SALE SAIL, SAIL SAIL, SARS SARS, and SEBI SEBI. So you have SAIL, SAIL, SARS, and SEBI. Which is the one which is not an abbreviation at all? It is the first one, SAIL, SALE SAIL. So SAIL SAIL is Steel Authority of India Limited. SARS is Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. SEBI SEBI is Securities Exchange Board of India. Okay, children, so this was about abbreviations. We looked at various abbreviations. We tried to understand what is the meaning of abbreviation, and we also tried to understand what is the meaning of an acronym, and we looked at these 4 different patterns in which questions based on abbreviations could be asked. Now I want you to watch the entire video. Now after you watch the video, there are certain tasks which I want you to do. So let me tell you what those tasks are going to be.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now, you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now, after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So, what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now, what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.